So we can start. Before that, one announcement as I have done in your WhatsApp that, and as I have also informed you earlier that there is a quiz related to the module 1 and that will be considered as a part of your continuous evaluation. And finally, if you have the 7 modules, then at the end of each module, there is a one quiz that will be converted to the 40 marks and that will be considered as your continuous evaluation component. Okay. So be sincere about whatever the quiz you will answer. Okay. So that marks will be directly considered as your CE component. So that's why you need to be careful about all the quiz. Okay. So at the 10:45 in your Google Classroom of Theory, okay, in the Google Classroom of Theory, that quiz will be enabled at 10:45. There are total 20 questions are there that you need to answer in the 15 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes. Okay, so if you want to do any setup and still if anyone has not enrolled in the theory classroom, just join it. Okay, otherwise you are not able to give the quiz. Okay. So in the last lecture, we have started with our module 2, that is the physical layer. So the main goal of the physical layers is we can say that transmission of signals from one device to the another device. Okay. So to determine the various mediums related to devices, then we can say the covers all the mechanical, electrical, procedural, and functional characteristics of physical communication. Okay. So for example, mechanical means how these signals are going to be transmitted. Okay, electricals means how you can convert your bits into the form of the signals. Procedural means how we can arrange our devices in form of the topologies. Okay, and functional means deciding the various rate. Okay, and deciding the various criteria. These all type of characteristics are related with the physical layers. So before starting that, we have seen some of the introduction about the signal. The signal can be either analog or digital signals. Analog signals have the continuous states while the digital signal have only discrete states. Okay. So if your signal can be analog or digital, data can be also analog or digital. Analog data are continuous and take continuous values while digital data have some discrete states. Okay. So here there is a comparison of analog and digital signal. You can see that the analog signal have the discrete values while digital signal have some discrete values. So both analog and digital signal can take one of the two forms. One can be periodic, another can be non-periodic. In case of the periodic signal, there is a pattern, or we can say there is a pattern called a period. And when periods are going to be completed, it is creating a one cycle. So one pattern create a one cycle, and the cycles are going to be repeated. That is known as the periodic signal. And in case of the non-periodic signal, we don't have any cycles. The shape is can be changed with respect to the time. So in data communication, we commonly use periodic analog signals and non-periodic digital signals. Periodic analog signals is like our sine wave. Periodic analog signal again can be simple or composite. Okay, so just remember this structure, tree structure, that on the top we have the signal. Signal can be either analog or digital. Okay. Analog and digital both signal can be either periodic or non-periodic. Again, periodic signal can be either simple or composite. So a simple periodic analog signal like a sine wave. Okay, so in the sine wave we can say there is a pattern of cycle. Okay, and that cycles are going to be repeated. So these are known as simple periodic signals. While in case of the composite periodic signal, your signals is composed of multiple sine waves. Okay, if there is a signal that is composite of multiple periodic signal, then it is known as the composite periodic signals. So to define and to analyze these various signals, we have the various criteria. First one is the peak amplitude. The meaning of peak amplitude is the absolute value of its highest intensity. Okay, जो भी आपका सिग्नल आ रहा है तो वो कितना strong है, that you can identify using the peak amplitude, and generally it is measured in the volts. Okay, so we can say that in case of the sine wave, that the highest intensity value that is known as the peak amplitude. Okay, so this is the signal with the high peak amplitude. This is the signal with the low peak amplitude. Okay, so किसी भी सिग्नल का पीक एम्पलीट्यूड हाई होगा, दैट मीन्स दैट सिग्नल इज स्ट्रॉन्गर. ओके, इसका पीक एम्पलीट्यूड लोअर है, दैट मीन्स दैट सिग्नल स्ट्रेंथ इज लोअर. Second one is the period and frequency. So period refers to the amount of time in second. Okay, એક સાયકલ ને પૂરું કરવા માટે કેટલી સેકન્ડ લાગશે, that is known as the period. And the frequency refers to the number of periods in 1 second. એક સેકન્ડમાં કેટલા પીરિયડ કમ્પ્લીટ થશે, that is known as the frequency. And both are, we can say, inverse of each other. F equal to 1 by t and t equal to 1 by f. So here we have seen the example that here we have the signals in which in the 1 second this signal is completing the 12 cycles, so we can say 12 periods. Okay, so here we can say that frequency is 12 hertz, that in the 1 second we are completing the sorry. Okay, so here we can say that in the 1 second we have the 12 periods, so that's why we can say that frequency is 12 hertz. Okay, while okay, so in the 1 second we have the 12 periods, that's why the frequency is 12 hertz. While in for these signals in the 1 second we have the 6 cycles, so we can say 6 periods, that's why frequency is 6 hertz. So frequency is nothing but in the 1 second we are completing the how many cycles, that is known as the frequency. Okay, and the time required to complete the 1 cycle, that is known as the period. Where we can say period is 1 by 12 seconds and here period is 1 by 6 seconds. Different units of period and frequency are, period can be measured either in the second, millisecond, microsecond, nanosecond and picosecond, while frequency is measured in the hertz, kilohertz, megahertz, gigahertz and terahertz. Okay, you can say that 1 second that is equal to 10 to minus 3 second, 1 second equal to 10 to minus 6 second, like that. Okay, so here we have seen the examples. PPT is not visible. Wait for 1 minute. Is it visible now? Is it visible or not? Yes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we have seen this example that if you have given the period of millisecond, how you can convert into the microsecond. Then suppose you have given the period, then how to convert into the frequency. So we have the formula that f equal to 1 by t, or you can say अगर आपको frequency दी हुई है, then you can convert it into the period that t equal to 1 by f. So both are inverse of each other. So whatever you have given, you can use any of the formulas. So we have stopped here that the third criteria to measure any signal is phase. Okay, पहला था period. Period means we can say the highest. पहले था amplitude. Amplitude means the highest intensity values. Then after we have the frequency, that the number of cycles in the 1 seconds, and then after we have the phase. Okay, so phase defined as the position of the waveform related to the time 0. Okay, तो आपका सिग्नल और वी कैन से कि आपका वेव कहाँ से स्टार्ट होता है, दैट इज नोन एज द फेज. And phase is measured either in the degrees or radians. Okay, so you know that 360 degree is 2 pi radian, so 1 degree is 2 pi by 360 radian, or we can say that 1 radian is 360 by 2 pi. So we'll see some example. So here we can say that we have the 3 sine waves. Okay, so here your signal is starting from the 0. You can say that your phase is 0 degree. Okay, here you can say that your signal is starting from the 90. Okay, So we can say that your phase is 90 degree, or also it is represented as 1 by 4t, that from the whole cycle we are starting at the 1/4 cycle. Okay, after completion of 1/4 cycle, our signals are going to be started. Okay, so that's why we can say that our phase is 90 degree. Okay. So here for the third, our signal is starting from the below. So we can say that your phase is 180 degree, or we can say the 1 by 2t. Okay, so your signal is starting from the half. Okay, after the half of the signals, your signals are going to be, after half of the cycles, your signals are started. So that's why the phase is 180 degree. Okay. Same way, if I've said that your phase is 270 degree. Okay, so at that time your signal will start from the here. Okay, here to here, like that. So your signal starting from here, then your phase is 270 degree, like that. Okay. Another way to look at the phase is in terms of the shift or offset. We can say that a sine wave with a phase of 0 degree is not shifted. Okay, so there is no shift for this first sine wave. Okay. For the second wave, a sine wave with a phase of 90 degrees shifted to the left 1 by 4 cycle. Okay, so from the whole cycle, your signal is starting at the 1/4 cycle. Okay, so that's why we can say that the signal has the 1 by 4 shift. Okay. So however, not that the signal does not really exist before the time 0. Okay, so we can say that here for the second sine wave, we have the 1 by 4 shift. Same way for the third, we can say that the signal has 1 by 2 shift. Okay. The sine wave with a phase of 180 degrees shifted to the left by 1/2 cycles. Okay. So you can say that after completing the 1/2 cycles, our signals are starting. Okay. So that's why we can say that the signal has the 1 by 2 shift. Okay. The sine wave is offset 1 by 6 cycles. So 1 by 6 cycle with respect to time 0, what is its phase in degrees and radians? Okay. We know that one complete cycle is 360 degree. So therefore the 1 by 6 cycles is, for example here, if I given that 1 by 4 cycle, so what you need to do is you need to multiply this 1 by 4 with the 360. The reason is the whole complete cycle is including the 360 degrees. So if you multiply this 1 by 4 with 360, you got that 90 degrees. Same if you multiply this 1/2 with the 360, you got 180. Okay. So same way here we have given that the 1 by 6 cycles. So we need to multiply this 1 by 6 with 360. You will get that 60 degree. So if you want to convert these things into the radian, you need to multiply this degree with 2 pi by 360. Okay. So 1 degree, that is equal to the 2 pi by 360 radian. Okay. So you can say that pi by 3 radian, and if you replace this value of pi with 3.14, then you got that 1.046 radian. So such type of question like in the 1 marks can be asked, that if you're given some cycles in the shift and you need to find out that what are the phase value in the degrees and radians. So this is about the conclusion about the peak amplitude, frequency and phase. Okay, so we can say that peak amplitude is the highest intensity value of the signals and it is proportional to the energy it carries. Okay, કોઈ પણ સિગ્નલ ની એમ્પ્લિટ્યુડ વધારે, that means the signal strong કહેવાય. Okay, એનું peak amplitude ઓછું છે, that means the signal weak છે. Second thing is period refers to the number of times in second a signal needs to complete cycle. Okay, એક cycle complete કરવા માટે કેટલો time લાગે, that is known as the one period. Okay, frequency refers to the number of periods in 1 second. એક સેકન્ડમાં કેટલી cycle complete થાય, that is known as the frequency. And frequency and periods are inverse of each other. And phase describe the position of the waveframe relative to the time 0. તમારું signal કઈ degree થી start થાય, that is known as the phase. Okay. Some of the more criteria are wavelength. Okay, so wavelength is the distance a simple signal can travel in one period. Okay, તમારું જે સિગ્નલ છે, ઓકે, સો એક પીરિયડ ઓર વી કેન સે ધ એક સાયકલ કમ્પ્લીટ કરવા માટે જેટલો ટાઈમ લાગે તેને કહેવાય વેવલેન્થ. એક સાયકલ કમ્પ્લીટ કરવા માટે જેટલો ટાઈમ લાગે તેને કહેવાય વેવલેન્થ. ઓકે, ફોર એક્ઝામ્પલ here we have the transmission medium at time t. Okay, this is the time t and time t plus t. Transmission medium at time t plus t. Okay, so the time required to complete this one cycle, that is known as the wavelength. So wavelength can be defined as the propagation speed into the period. So here that are, you know, the formula that speed equal to distance divided by time. Okay, you know the formula that speed equal to distance divided by time. You learn in the physics. Okay. Same way, if you have given that speed and period, okay, so you can directly calculate the wavelength. Okay. So wavelength equal to propagation speed into the period. Okay. So we can say that the period equal to 1 divided by frequency. So it is also equal to propagation speed divided by the frequency. So you can calculate that if you are indicating wavelength by lambda, propagation speed by c, and frequency by f. Okay, so you can see that lambda equal to c by f. That is the formula for the wavelength. Okay, now if you want to represent the signals onto the various domains, then we have the various representation, that is the time domain and frequency domain. Okay. The time domain plot shows changes in signal amplitude with respect to the time. Okay. Time ni સાથે amplitude માં જે change થાય, for that we are using the time domain representation. To show the relationship between the amplitude and frequency, we can use what is called a frequency domain plot. Amplitude and frequency વચ્ચેનું relation જોવા માટે we are using the frequency domain plot. So here we can say that this is the signal, okay, that the highest amplitude, or we can say the highest intensity value is on the 5 watt. That's why we can say that the signal has amplitude equal to the 5 watt. And here in the 1 second we are completing the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 periods, or we can say 6 cycles. That's why frequency is 6 hertz. So this is known as the time domain representation, in which we have the graph time versus amplitude. Okay, the graph of time versus amplitude, that is known as the time domain representation. So for this graph, we can say that the peak value is 5 watt and the frequency is 6 hertz. Okay. Now, what is the frequency domain representation? Okay. So you know that for this graph, the amplitude, the frequency domain representation is the graph of frequency versus amplitude. Okay. So here on the x-axis, we have the various frequencies, and on the y-axis, we have the various amplitude. Okay. So here we can say that for this signal, the frequency is 6 hertz. So on the 6 hertz, we have the bar of, we can say that 5 watts. Okay. 6 નંબરનું જે છે ફ્રીક્વન્સી એના પર આપણો 5 વોલ્ટનો એક બાર ડ્રો કરીએ આપણે. That is known as the we can say that frequency domain representation. That is the graph of frequency versus amplitude. Okay. So this thing will be clear like in the composite wave. Okay, so up till now whatever we have seen, these are known as the simple sine waves. Okay, in which we have only the one signal, or we can say the one wave is there. Okay, while in the real time we have the composite signal, in which your signal is made of the multiple sine waves. Okay, so here we can say that this sine waves is made of 3 signals. Okay, in which the highest intensity signal is this one, which has the 15 volts amplitude. Okay, then we have the second one. Okay, so second one is 15 volts and his frequency is 0. Okay, 15 volt no ek signal છે and frequency 0 છે. Okay, like that. Second one is this second one, okay, who has amplitude is 10 volts and frequency is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay, and the third one is this one, whose amplitude is 5 volts and frequency is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. Okay, so we have the 3 signals, okay, in which the first one is with the 15 volts, second one is with the 10 volts, and third one with the 50 volts. This one has the frequency 0, this one has the 8 hertz, and the fourth one has the 16 hertz. Okay, so this is the frequency domain representation. Okay, so here we can see that we have the 3 bars, in which on the 0 frequency we have the bar of 15 volts, on the 8 frequency, we have the bar of, we can say, the 10 volts, and on the 16 frequency, we have the bar of 5 volts. Okay, this is the frequency domain representation. This is the time domain representation. So as I have said that a signal frequency sine wave is not useful in data communication. We need to send a composite signal, that is a signal made of many simple sine waves. Okay, एक करता घना बधा सिग्नल एक साथे ट्रांसमिट થતા હોય, that is known as the composite signals. Okay, but for that we require one procedure that we will see later, that the multiplexing and demultiplexing. એ તમારા સિગ્નલને કઈ રીતે કમ્બાઈન કરીને કમ્પોઝાઇટ ક્રિએટ કરવાનું અને ફરી પાછું રિસીવર બાજુ એને કઈ રીતે છૂટું પાડવાનું. Okay, so for that we require the multiplexer and demultiplexer. Okay, then new definition is bandwidth. Okay, so the range of frequencies contained in a composite signal is its bandwidth. Okay, suppose for example કોઈ composite signal તમારું એક કરતા વધારે frequency નું બનેલું છે. Okay, so what is bandwidth? So bandwidth is the normal difference between the two numbers. Okay, if a composite signal contains the frequency between 1000 and 5000, its bandwidth is 5000 minus 1000 or 4000. So we can define the bandwidth as, so bandwidth is the difference between the lowest frequency and highest frequency in a composite signals. Okay, so we can say that bandwidth is a difference between highest frequency and lowest frequency in composite signal. Okay, suppose કોઈ તમારો એક composite signal છે, suppose એ તમારી 5 frequency નું બનેલું છે, 10, 20, 30, 40 અને 50. Okay, so highest frequency is about 50 and lowest frequency is about 10. તેની bandwidth કેટલી થાય? So 50 minus 10, that is equal to the 40. Okay, so by that we can define the bandwidth, that bandwidth of a composite signal is the difference between the highest and the lowest frequency contained in that signals. A periodic signal is decomposed into the 5 sine waves with frequency of 100, 300, 500, 700 and 900 hertz. What is its bandwidth? We can say that bandwidth is 900 minus 100, that is equal to the 800 hertz. Okay, so જેટલી તમારી bandwidth વધારે, that means you can use that large spectrum of that signal. Okay, એનો આપણે જે વધારે એરિયા યુઝ કરી શકીએ જો તમારે સિગ્નલની બેન્ડવિડ્થ વધારે હોય. ઓકે, so that's why if you want some, we can say that કોઈ સ્પીડ ના આવતી હોય, then you can also check the bandwidth કે તમને બેન્ડવિડ્થ કેટલી પ્રોવાઈડ થાય છે. ઓકે, તો બેન્ડવિડ્થ તમને ઓછી પ્રોવાઈડ થતી હોય તો પણ તમને સ્પીડ ના મળે. ઓકે, અને બેન્ડવિડ્થ માં કે પ્રોબ્લેમ હોય તો પણ તમને સ્પીડ ના મળે. So that's why the reason is જેટલી તમારી બેન્ડવિડ્થ વધારે હોય તેટલી તમને સ્પીડ વધારે મળે. Bandwidth is nothing but we can say that difference between the lowest frequency and highest frequency. 900 minus 100, so 800 hertz. Okay, so this is all about the analog signal. અત્યાર સુધી જે કંઈ પણ જોયું, that is all about the analog signal. We have started with the analog signal. Analog signal can be either we can say periodic or non-periodic. Periodic analog signal can be either simple or composite. Then to represent that we require some criteria like the amplitude, frequency, phase, amplitude, period, frequency, phase. And to represent the analog signal, we have the various domain, that is the time domain representation and frequency domain representation. And some more criteria to define these analog signals are wavelength and bandwidth. Okay. Okay. So in the real time, we are using the periodic analog signal. So we have seen all things how we can measure the periodic analog signal. Another thing is, another type of signal that we are using in the real time are non-periodic digital signals. Okay, non-periodic digital signals means we don't have any pattern. So we can say we don't have any cycles. Okay, 1 0 પછી એના પછી પાછું ફરી પાછું 1 0 આવશે એવું ફિક્સ નહીં. Okay, 1 0 1 1 0 0 1, any formula, or we can say that any pattern can be possible. This is known as the non-periodic digital signals. Okay, now, okay, just inform me when 1040 or 1042 is there. Okay, so at the 1045 we have the quiz. Okay, okay, so just 10:42. Okay, we will stop at 10:42, so you can start with your quiz. Okay, so just we'll see about the digital signals. Okay, so in digital signals we can say that we have the various levels. So અત્યાર સુધી તમને digital data એમ માઇન્ડમાં આવ્યું હશે, then you can assume that we have only two values, 0 and 1. Okay, it is not like that. The digital signals has various levels. Okay, if digital signals have only two levels, then the possible values are either 0 and 1. Okay, so we can have 1 0 1 1 0 0 0 1. Only two possible values are there, either 0 or 1. Okay, so 0 means we can say the level 1 and 1 means level 2. Okay, so here the criteria to measure the digital signals is bit rate, that એક સેકન્ડમાં તમે કેટલા બીટ મોકલી શકો. ઓકે, હવે તમારું જે actual તમે જે સ્પીડ મેઝર કરો છો, ઓકે, સો that is measuring your data for these bits. Okay, mbps કે gbps માં તમે એક સેકન્ડમાં 8 બીટ મોકલો છો, that means your bit rate is 8 bps. Okay, એક સેકન્ડમાં 8 બીટ સેન્ડ થાય છે, that's why bit rate is 8 bps. Okay, તમારા એક સેકન્ડમાં જો 16 બીટ સેન્ડ થતા હોય, then you can say that your bit rate is 16 bps. Okay, so this is the digital signal with 4 levels. Okay, digital signal with 4 levels. So the possible values are either 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1 1. Okay, so we can say that the 4 discrete states are possible: 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1 1. Okay, okay, so digital signals at 8 levels, how many bits are needed per level? Okay, so that things you can know that કોઈપણ સિગ્નલના બે લેવલ હોય, then you require only two bits, 0 and 1. Okay, કોઈપણ સિગ્નલના we can say 4 લેવલ છે, then you require the 4 bit to represent that, 0 0 0 1 1 0 and 1 1. Okay, suppose કોઈ સિગ્નલના 8 લેવલ છે, then you require the 3 bit to represent that digital signal, 0 0 0 0 1 0 1 0, like that. Okay, so here we can say that this digital signals has 8 levels. Okay, the number of bits per levels are, for that we can define the formula that we can define the formula that log 8 base 2, so 3. Okay, suppose તમને કીધું કે તમારા 16 લેવલ છે, then log 16 base 2, so 4. Okay, and level હંમેશા તમારા 2 ના ફોર્મમાં જ આવે. Okay, 2 4 8 16, like that.